What up, though? Welcome to my channel. I'm Big Jinx, the Big Zaddy of Anime. That's Zaddy with a Z. Don't ever forget the Z. I'm the Anime Connoisseur of the internet, and I'm here bringing what I love to do to the world. I love to watch anime. I love to share that anime with other people. A lot of people ask me for my opinion on animes and what to watch next. I figured, hey, I might as well do this for everybody, for the world, which is why I'm here, which is why I'm on YouTube. I'm going to review seasons of anime. I'm going to review animes, episodes. I'm going to review series. I'm going to review it all. I'm going to review what you asked me to review. I'm here to open up that dialogue and give you some more insight on things. I mean, if you're limited to what you see on Cartoon Network, or only the dub version of things, let me roll my eyes now, and let me enlighten you. Let me bring you into my world. Let me introduce you to anime. The real anime. The stuff people don't talk about. No slight at Cartoon Network. Hey, Cartoon Network, you've been there for the real G's. But let's expand your world. So let me give you a sneak peek of what to expect when you come to my channel. And if you like what I do, and you like what I'm saying, and it registers to you, hit subscribe and follow me. So, today I'm going to review 5 different animes from last year. I'm going to review for you God of High School, Dorohedro, Ishozoku Reviewers, Darwin's Game, and Muyo to Rouji. This is my first video. This is my first video, so I understand I don't have all the flashy things that you want from someone who you follow. But what I will give it to you today, or what I will give you today, is 100% authentic, real stuff. Because I'm going to give you 100% real reviews, straight, no chaser. So let's just dive into things, right? Let's start with God of High School. Now, I know this anime had a lot of hype last year, right? Everybody was talking about it. Oh my god, you gotta watch this anime. You gotta watch how great it is. Oh my god, it blows your mind. Well, it's okay. It's a pure action anime. You got your boy Jin. You got Don Hai, if I'm pronouncing that right. And then you got Yomira. Jin Mori is the protagonist. He was trained by his grandfather, this great martial artist. He himself is a great martial artist. He's invited to this tournament called the God of High School so that some kind of wish can be granted. Along the way, he teams up with Don. He teams up with Yo, who help him, fight through this tournament. Don is a full contact karate master. Well, I don't know if they've reached master level yet, but that's what he practices. Yomira is basically a kendo master in a sense. She practices some form of kendo sword techniques. So, with the action anime, this is a pure action anime. You're going to get the flashy attacks. You're going to get the flashy lights. You're going to get the flashy everything. You're going to get pretty good. You're going to get pretty good action scenes. No slight at them for the action scenes. However, what you're not going to get is the story. The story is what falls apart with this one. It's very basic. As far as, I should say it's very basic as far as the attacks. Very one-dimensional. It's like Naruto. The Rasengan is for everything. Kind of gets boring after a while. Use something else. The Kagebushin no Jutsu. Use something else. Like, I got it. You're a ninja, though. You're supposed to have a repertoire like Sasuke and have some shit you can use. It's not like that in this anime. Like, everybody has maybe 1 or 2 attacks that they try to make, some versatility to it, but it really isn't like that. It's very basic in the storyline. And it's not even basic in the storyline. It's just bad. It's just a bad storyline. The way it's being told. I think they try to shortchange the the series, make it into like 12 episodes, to where they really couldn't tell the full story or put any depth to that story. So it kind of falls short. And it gets a little bit convoluted to where you should have had a 24 episode anime series, but you try to condense it down to 12. Why? Maybe because they thought it wasn't going to work out. I don't know. That ain't my role. I'm here to let you know it's worth the watch. It's an action anime. You get the bright lights, you get the big attacks, you get the power beams to charge up, the hero who gets stronger for no fucking reason except for the power of friendship. You'll get all that. But that's all you'll get. Which is why I gave this one a 6.6. Worth the watch, but move on. At least at this point. Now, next season, it may get better. Who knows? But for right now, it's a 6.6. It's okay. It's good enough to watch. It's not going to go down the history books. And yes, just so you know, I got notes. This is my first YouTube, so please be gentle, be kind with me, right? Moving on. We have an interesting one. Dorohedro. Now, Dorohedro got a lot of talk because it's a dark anime. Dark animes can either go good or bad, right? Basically, you start off with your man Kaiman. Kaiman is a lizard man. He has a lizard head, a Godzilla looking like motherfucker, with a human body. He's trying to figure out what happened to him. He has no memories of how he got turned to this person, but all he knows is that it was done by a sorcerer. A sorcerer is a race of beings with powers. They live in an entirely separate world from the human realm. You have to go through some kind of magical gate to get to their world. Well, Kaiman and his partner Nikaido go into this sorcerer world looking for the guy who transformed him. At the end of the day, he's looking for the motherfucker who did it. If you don't like cursing, I'm sorry. Let me just let you know now. I'm going to curse from here and there. I'll try to, keep it PG. PG-13. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like I said, I keep it to you straight. I give it to you straight. No chaser. Let's go. So, that's the background of Kaiman, right? That's the background of Dorohedro. He's with his partner Nikaido. They're looking for the sorcerer. So he puts the sorcerers in his mouth, and he tries to figure out if this person is the sorcerer who transformed her or not. Overall, I really like this anime, actually. I liked it better than God of High School, just because there's levels of mystery to this anime. You meet a bunch of interesting characters, particularly a sorcerer named In. The sorcerers, you find out, kind of ran like the mafia, because they have different families. All in all, action, gore, and a hell of a ton of mystery to unravel keeps you interested. And with the anime, you want something interesting. So with Dorohedro, I actually gave it a 7.1. Boom. What? 7.1 over God of High School? Yes. Although the animation is basic, it's a little basic. It's a little old school. Look for it for the storyline. The storyline is what is what gives it its edge, right? So go watch and see what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna steer you wrong. All right, man. Let's move on. Moving on. Let's go. We got Ishozoku reviewers. Ishozoku means interspecies. Interspecies reviewers. Plain and simple, there's these two guys, a human and an elf. They meet an angel. A boy angel. Now, they see this angel, and they want to help out the angel who's in trouble. They invite this angel to come along on one of their jobs. Well, what is their job? I'll tell you. It's not going to be a secret. They review brothels. I know all you otaku motherfuckers out there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. They review brothels. It's basically the anime version of some hentai. If you don't know what hentai is, go Google it. You can press pause. Oh, I mean, you know what? You don't have to. You know what? You know what? Press pause. I'll wait. Go see what hentai is. I'm assuming you press pause, so I'm just gonna get back into it. Listen, they go and they review brothels and have sex with women. That's what the show's about. It's about sex with different species of women. Point blank period. What gets you interested in this show is that it's hilarious. It's hilarious, and you're interested in what the hell they say about these different species. I can't tell you how entertaining it is. I love the series. I loved what went on. Doesn't that say a little bit about myself too? Let's not get into that. Anyways, I love the series. It was hilarious, but at the end of the day, it got old. Towards the end of the series, you're like, okay, I'm over it. Let's move on. Perfectly fine with the animes. Sometimes, what makes them unique is also what you get tired of. And I got tired of the series. It kind of got repetitive. And it was just in the one season. So, I kind of moved on. Overall, I gave it a 6.3. I think it's definitely worth the watch. But it's a one-time run, and then you put it to the side. Don't try to overthink it. Don't try to make it more than what it is. It's a good anime. It's entertaining. Let it just be entertaining for yourself, okay? So, moving on to the next one. Muyo. Muyo is... It's a special kind of anime. I think it's not necessarily a dark anime. It does reach into like the supernatural aspect of things. So Muyo and his partner Rouji investigate crime. Muyo is the protagonist. He's a Stewie Griffin looking motherfucker. With a smart attitude. He's a genius and he has a smart ass attitude. Rouji is this weak little assistant guy who, has potential as a magic law executioner. He has potential, but he's a weak character at first. But you're hoping he gets better. Obviously, by me saying at first, you're hoping he gets better. He does get better, and he becomes more interesting. But basically, him and his boy, Rouji, they go through the world resolving supernatural issues using what's known as magical law. The good point of magical law is that it is versatile. You like the versatility. Just like I said in Naruto, and Dragon Ball Z, and Sailor Moon, and all those power shows, just like God of High School, you want the versatility when it comes to action stuff. Or when it comes to abilities, because it allows you to expand upon the world. Yes, Muyo does this, however, it becomes sort of irrelevant. That's the issue with the story. You don't understand really why they can't just use this one powerful spirit to fuck up the other people, because it seems like they're trying to, each time it's a different law that's like broken, but and some new spirit comes out, but they don't really do a good job of explaining, like, well, why can't I just have my man over here, who I just saw yesterday, body my man over here? But that's beyond me. It's okay overall. I gave it a 6.5. I mean, being honest with you, it's not one of the best animes you watch, but it's definitely something to add to your repertoire. You feel me? And one of the interesting ones that I'm about to introduce you to is actually known as Darwin's Game. Darwin's Game is on point. It's not going to make it to one of the best in history, not one of your classics, but it will definitely go down in the memory as a great anime that occurred for what it was. Alright, so let me explain what Darwin's Game is. So we have my man Kaname Sudo, 17-year-old kid who gets invited by his friend to play this game. Darwin's game, right? It's an app on the phone. He clicks the app. All of a sudden, the game becomes reality. Let's pause right there. I think by now, everyone who's watching anime, whether it's on Cartoon Network or whether it's online, through streams, through Funimation, through Crunchyroll, whatever it is, you realize there's a genre now of video games becoming reality. So that's where this one, unfortunately, loses its impact because it's not unique. Muyo is unique. Darwin's game is not. However, the part where it separates itself is in the story. We really like the story and the way they use their powers. The versatility that I was talking about earlier. You want the versatility. It's like Muyo with the versatility, except it actually has a purpose. It actually has an explanation, and it works. The way it's done is just on point. It loses a lot of its oomph. Because it's not unique. Sword Art Online took that away from it. Log Horizon took that away from it. Multiple different animes have taken away from the uniqueness of what game to reality, reality to game, that genre. It just has died down. And it's oversaturated at this point. It's a story that's very much told. But either way, it's a life and death game. Kaname is definitely a smart individual who uses his ability very, very well. And one of the uniqueness is that the characters develop throughout the anime. And you actually start to care about the characters. You care about who's around the person. So, although I can't get too much into detail about it, here's what we have. I gave this a 7.7. Not unique. I think it falls short of being a classic. But it's still a very awesome anime to watch. And I think you'll continue watching until the series ends. And it might even make you pick up the manga. Honestly. So here's what we reviewed. God of High School. Dorohedro. Ishozoku reviewers. Muyo. And my dog, Darwin's Game. We reviewed those 5 animes. If you like what you heard, click subscribe. If you went to go see these animes and actually see if I was telling the truth and found out I was and I was accurate, subscribe. If you liked the knowledge that you gained, subscribe. If I'm interesting to you and you want to just listen to more, subscribe. The point is, subscribe. The biggest thing that I'm doing right now is sharing my passion with the world. And that's what I want to do. And that's what I'm going to keep doing. So, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoy the more videos I put out. And the more videos I put out, the better things will get. Trust me. I'm just starting out. I will do my best to put out quality content. So trust me. As a viewer, I will do my best to entertain you, to give you knowledge, and for me to just have fun. This is why I'm doing it. So, hit subscribe, follow along, and I hope you enjoyed my my next videos and my upcoming videos. Definitely the one that I'm gonna come with correctly on is Jujutsu Kaisen. That, I'm already saying it now, and this is my first video. That's gonna be a historic anime. At this time, that's gonna go down in one of your classics. Bet money on that shit. Alright? Anyways, I'm binging the Big Zaddy of Anime. That's Zaddy with a Z. Don't forget the Z. The Anime Connoisseur of the internet. It's been a pleasure. See you next time. Subscribe.